In this video, I'm gonna tell you different things that you have to stop doing and start realizing in order to be living a life that you're actually really grateful about. This is coming from someone who hated his life 2 years ago. I actually hated living my life. Now I love every single thing. I wake up every morning, I'm just happy. And if I have a bad day, I make it into a good day. And yeah, and you could do that as well. Trust me, just trust me. Okay, so the first thing is you have to start realizing that in life, you're either living or you're dying. Are you just living life as if you're already dead? Or are you actually living the life that you actually want to enjoy? And now this is something, I can't just tell you if you're living life or not. You have to be able to know it yourself. Look at your life, look at the things that you're doing. Ask yourself, are you actually doing the things that you want to do? Like, do I love this specific habit, this specific thing, these people in my life? Do I actually love them? Do I actually like being in the company? Do I actually love what I'm doing? And if there's a no, then maybe you're not actually living life, and maybe you're actually dying, if you know what I mean. That's it. That's what life is about. Look at your life. Look at the things that you're doing, the people you're around, your every day-to-day routine. Look at it and ask yourself, do I actually enjoy what I'm doing? Because how you feel is actually a very important factor on knowing on whether or not you're just living life or surviving it. And you also have to start realizing that if you just change one habit of yours, just one single habit that you don't want to be continuing doing and you want to change, just one habit, without realizing it, suddenly all of your other bad habits are also gonna start going away. You're gonna automatically, without you even realize it, you're gonna adopt new habits and you're not even gonna realize it. Just start with one single bad habit that you're doing, just one that you want to get rid of, and focus on that one single thing. And trust me, if you're gonna do that, all else will fall into place. All those other bad habits that you don't really like are also gonna go away. Me personally, when I was not doing that well in my life, I was still going to the gym, I was still studying, stuff like that. And without realizing it, these things actually helped me with cope with whatever I was going through. And when I started, for example, eating more healthier, all of my other goals also started falling into place, because what did I develop? I developed discipline. And that's a type of discipline that you have subconsciously developed inside of your mind. So if you don't like eating unhealthy food, just stop eating unhealthy food. Without realizing it, you're also going to start doing other bad things. You're not going to scroll that much on social media. It's going to be easier for you to delete those apps that are distracting you. It's going to be easier for you to be more consistent at the gym. And if you're consistent, for example, with the gym, you're going to be consistent with the other plans that you also make for yourself. All else fall into place without you realize it. I didn't realize that by eating healthier and avoiding, social media and stuff. I didn't realize that all these other things are also going to remove. I didn't realize that by removing, toxic people and bad people from my life would actually get a lot better. It all started with just one single action. One bad habit or one bad person I just removed from my life, and then my life started to get better day by day, like a domino effect. Push it, and then the rest pieces also fall. A problem is nothing but an unanswered question. That's it. That's what a problem is. When you're facing problems in your life, remember that this is just a question that you haven't gotten the answer for yet, but you will get it, and you will go through it. It will pass. A lot of people, when they get hit by problems, they're just like, they get overwhelmed by it. They start get so sad about it, depressed, all of that. No, don't do that. Realize that, okay, there's no problem. Let me find the solution for it. Let me find the answer. Because why did God put this problem into my life? Why? There's probably a reason for it. Maybe it's because I have to learn something that I haven't learned before. If it's I probably have with like some people or stuff. You're gonna learn something when it comes to people that you didn't know before. When it comes to having friendships that you didn't know before. When it comes to relationships that you didn't know before. You're gonna learn something new. And sometimes the problem isn't only a lesson, but it's also a way for you to go up, you know? So if you're here, you know, then a problem comes and it actually helps you to go up so you don't stay down here, you know? So you rise. Every single problem I've ever had in my life, I am so grateful. I thank God for it. All of those things happen because now I can look at it and understand why those specific things happened. Why those people left my life, why this didn't happen, why I didn't get that opportunity, why I maybe failed something. I now understand why. All like the trials I went through, now when I look at it, it's made me a lot more mentally stronger, sharper. I don't break that easily now. Like I could get like a lot of problems at once. I'll just be like, oh, fine. It only takes me one day. One day when I have like a problem that I'm sad about, it only takes me one day, never more than that, to actually not care about it anymore. During that day, I'm also gonna find a solution for it. Be like, okay, why am I feeling this way? This happened to me. Why? How can I solve it? And I don't sit on that problem. I just move on. But before, a year ago, 2 years ago, I used to be the type of person that would just sit on a problem and just cry about it, just be so sad about it every single day and just get so depressed because of that. And I did not understand why God put those different situations into my life. But now I understand all of it. And I know if there's something I don't understand in the moment, I will see the answer or the meaning behind it in the future. And to be honest, in the future, you don't even remember a lot of your problems any longer that you had in the past. Now, if you're going to ask me all of those problems I had, it's a hard time for me to actually remember them because I've forgotten them. You don't remember them. You just get what you need to learn from those problems and then subconsciously put it in your bag of a mind and you go on. You go on. You don't just sit there and just always like think about it, cry about it. You know, even people that I've like cut off from my life, there are actually a lot of people. Sometimes I actually forget that they exist. I don't even know that, you know, there are still human beings that are existing. Just because they're not in my life doesn't mean they, I don't know, are dead. So when I suddenly see them in public, I get shocked. I'm like, oh yeah, this person still exists. I thought they were gone. So yeah, and you need to develop that type of mindset. If I did not decide to move on with whatever people left my life, whatever happened to me, I would still today be thinking about it. But now I actually have a hard time even recalling how their faces look. And sometimes when people ask me, you know, what happened, why I'm not, you know, friends with some specific people, I actually have a hard time remembering why. And I have to like be this happened, this, and yeah, that happened. I forget all of it, and I know this is something probably a lot of people have, and that's actually a great thing. But a few years ago, I was the type of person that would stay stuck on the past, then just always cry about it and never move on. Where did it get me? Nowhere. Just sad and depressed every single day. And it actually made me hate my life. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even love like my life and stuff. I just hated it. Now, I love it. Every single thing. You know, even today, it's summer and it's raining. You know, it's raining during summer. And I don't care. Of course, you know, I would prefer if it was sunny, but I've gained the type of mindset to just not care and just be grateful in every single circumstances. And you can do that as well. Remember that. And And from what I just said about moving on from the past, also remember, the more you heal yourself, the better you become at loving, and the better all of your relationships become. Every single relationship you have, every single friendship, your relationship with your family, all of them, they get 10 times better the more you fix yourself. Because to be honest, a lot of people are the problem, and they don't want to realize it because of their ego. They can't look at themselves in the mirror and be like, you're the problem. They can't do that. And that's actually a really bad thing, because then you actually never move on with your life and you don't heal those specific toxic traits that you have. Because the truth is, we all have some toxic traits in us. You just have to be willing to accept them, look at them, and be like, okay, I have this toxic habit. It's not a good thing. Let me fix it. Maybe ask yourself, why do I have this specific toxic trait or bad, trait in me? Why? Try to look at your life, your past, your childhood. You'll find the answer. Because whether you accept it or not, some of the relationships and friendships and stuff like that you don't have in your life anymore, yeah, maybe it was those people who were the bad ones that were toxic, but it's two-way street. You've probably also done something that ended that relationship or friendship. You also did something bad. There's also some stuff that you haven't healed. Maybe if you always end up in the same friendships or the same relationships all over again, maybe you're attracting the same exact person again and again. And this is a sign that you have not healed. You have not healed that specific thing inside of you that needs to be healed. And I don't even know what it is, but you have to figure it out. Like, even for me, it's hard for me to sometimes understand why I am a specific way. You really have to dig deep into your past and your life and your own behaviors and track them and be like, okay, why did I react like that in that specific situation? Why did I do that? Was it normal or not? A really great thing you could do, and this is actually a must, journal. Start journaling. I don't care how much you journal, just journal. Every single thought you get in your head, just write it down. Have a book, paper, stuff like that, and just write down what you're thinking about. Write it down. You're feeling something bad, you don't feel good, write it down. You want to try to heal yourself. If you don't want to go to a therapist or stuff like that, do some shadow work. Ask yourself some questions, some really deep questions. This is called shadow work. You could just look it up on Google, shadow work questions. They'll pop up. Journal what you want to accomplish with your life, what you want to do in life. Journal, write it down. You just have to write it. Just write it. You don't have to put it in a specific, just write. Get your mind out on paper. Trust me, this is one of the best things you can start doing. I've been doing that, and especially when it comes to having a problem or feeling bad, whenever I just write it down, even if I journal on Snapchat, I don't send it to anybody, but I take a picture of myself, that specific situation, and then I write down what is happening, what I'm feeling, and at the end I write a solution for how I can fix it, so I'm not stuck in that. You can do it as well. I usually do it on Snapchat when I'm not at home, or if I don't have my journal with me, because you don't always have a pen and paper with you. I don't know about you, but just use your phone then. Go on the notes app, just write down problem. And what also helps is talking to yourself as if you're talking to somebody else. Tell your problem to yourself as if you're telling to somebody else, and just have a conversation with yourself. It sounds a bit crazy, but it helps. This is just like journaling, or when I actually do this, it feels like I've just I just told my problem to someone else, to a friend or something, and they've just fix it for me. Because when you get all of your emotions out while you're talking about a specific situation, you get emotions out, or maybe if you're journaling, Get those emotions out. At the end, those emotions, they're gone. They're gone. They're not there. And then you can make room for rational thinking and use your brain. And it's the brain that's gonna solve your problems and help you find a solution. I don't know if I'm the only one, but sometimes we get too much influenced by other people, if it be people on the social media or friends and stuff like that we actually start slowly forget who we are. We start to forget our values, our boundaries, even our interests. Like, I've been the type of person, in front of some specific people, I would become a different person, whole new person, And sometimes I would adopt other people's interests and become more like them the more time I spend with them. And this goes to a point where I actually start to forget who I am. And then I don't even know who I am. Sometimes you look at people on social media so much that they influence you, make you a whole different person. One thing you should do to better that up is to just take a break. Take a break from people, from social media. Just try to be with yourself. Find out what you like, what your values are. Have some principles that you hold properly onto. Find out about your interests. Be proud of your interests. You don't have to have the same exact interests like anybody else. I don't watch football or soccer, what you want to call it. I don't watch it. I'm also not really that good at it. I like playing it just because it's funny, because I don't know how to play it, and then it's funny. But I don't watch it. But whenever I talk to some guys who watches football, I would try my best to understand and know about the different football teams, even though I had no interest in that. If some of my friends would be guys, they would be talking about cars and stuff. I don't know that much about cars. Now I know not that much, but I know a lot about cars. But this is the reason for why I know it, because I wanted to be like everybody else. And if you just keep on doing that, who are you? Really, who are you? You don't even know who you are. You don't know what your interests are. You don't know what you like, what you don't like. You don't know it, because you're not living your life for yourself. You're living it for other people. And is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do? I don't think so. I don't want to live that kind of life. I also hope you don't want to live that kind of life. Because of that, be unapologetic with what you like and what you want to do in life, and what you're actually doing. Just do it. You don't have to over-explain to other people. People are gonna say, "You're weird. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this and that?" Just don't care. Don't care. They're not gonna throw you in jail. They're not gonna be like, take all of your money. They're probably not gonna unalive you if you don't do what they're saying, unless you are in a specific, situation. So don't care about what other people are saying, strangers or people relatives, what they're gonna say about you. If people make fun of you, don't care. What happens? Let them laugh. People laugh, they're laughing. My life, a lot of people have been laughing at me throughout my majority of my life. A lot of people have laughed at me constantly. I also got bullied, when I went to school and stuff. I'm still living. I'm alive. I didn't die. They didn't kill me. Nothing happened. Did it change, something about my life? Did they remove the roof over my head? Did they throw me in jail? No. They just made fun of me. Nothing happened. Just let them have fun. Sometimes people's own lives are so boring, like so boring, and they literally don't have something interesting going on in their own life. So the only thing they can do is talk about other people's lives and laugh about it. Have a good talk about it, good laugh about it. That's the only entertainment they have. That's why, a lot of people also sit and gossip about other people, because their own life starts to get boring. Just live your life for yourself. Sometimes imagine if you were the only human in this world. what would you do? Would you be living your life or be waiting for another human being to appear so that you can follow his or her commands and, do what they want you to do? Or they're gonna make fun of you and talk about you? No. A lot of people be so afraid of what other people are gonna think about them, what people will say, people will judge them. Fine, let them judge. If that person did not exist, it will not change your reality. You will still exist. You're not dependent on another human being's existence to exist, besides your parents. All those other people that you're so concerned about are gonna laugh at you, judge you, stuff like that. If tomorrow they disappear from this world, you're still gonna live your life. Also, you only live once. At least do the things that you want to do. Have your own interest. Don't be ashamed of them. If you like, picking flowers, it's your interest. Be proud of that. If you love, collecting insects, just do it. If other people are gonna make fun of you, let them. Just do it. If you want to post on social media, just do it. Trust me, people make fun of you. I haven't even posted that much, especially on TikTok. And already there are so many people I know in personal life that have been making fun of me. And I don't care. They're still gonna make fun of me. Like tomorrow, if you're gonna wear like a weird clothes and go outside, people are still gonna make fun of you, but is it gonna change something in your life? No. Maybe your self-esteem, but it's not gonna change if you are holding on to it and you determine how high or low your own self-esteem is. Then what other people are gonna say is not gonna matter to you. So just do what you want to do. Live your own life. Be happy about it. Live the life that you want to live. Have your own interests. Do what you want to do. Look the way you want to look. Don't feel that you have to look a specific way to blend in with people. No, if you want to be special, be special. Be special. You know what special is? Not being ordinary, not being like everyone else. Be special. Because of that, a really important thing to remember is if you want to actually start to mature in your life, one thing that you have to start doing is stop relying on other people's commands and start deciding for yourself and use your own brain. Like, don't always ask people like, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Just do what you want to do. Think for yourself. Don't wait on someone's commands. If someone's going to say to you, don't do this, you don't necessarily have to follow it. Use your own brain. Think, is it good or bad if I do this specific thing? Don't just follow commands. Ask yourself, what are the pros and cons of me doing this specific thing? You're not a child. You can use your own brain. I hope you're not a child, but yeah. If you're an adult, then be an adult. Be mature. Be with people that you want to be with. If someone's saying, oh, you should do this, do what you want to do. Use your mind. Don't follow commands. See commands as more like advice. Someone is saying that you should do this or that. See it as a form of, advice. You can take it into consideration. Be like, should I do this or not? Think about it. I'm not saying that you should just completely ditch it off. Be like, oh, nah. Think about it. Look at it as if in your life, the only person that's there is you and God. So just make sure that whatever you're doing, obviously if you're religious, if it's within what God commands and you want to please God, and what you want to do. Every single other person just, an object. See it as an object God has created and put on this earth, more like a tool who are just here to give us something or take something from us. You don't even know what's going on in their head. Sometimes I think this to myself, what if other people are not real? Have you ever thought about that? Maybe you're just delusional. Maybe you're just seeing stuff. Maybe you're seeing things. You're seeing people. Maybe no one's real in this world. And you're the other human being. Have you ever thought about that? Life is about you and God. Forgiveness is healing. I'm obviously not saying that you should just forgive and forget. No, don't forget stuff, obviously. everything happens in life for a reason. If there was no reason behind it, God won't let it happen, you know? Everything happens in our life for a reason. But you should be able to forgive so that you can move on. If someone in the past did you dirty, they did something to you, you know, you've moved on, you've cut ties with this person, from your heart, forgive them. Forgive them so that you don't always sit there and think about what you did. You always gossip about them with other people. This is a sign that you haven't forgiven them. And I know it's hard, you know, it's not that easy, but just forgive. Trust me, the more you start forgiving people that do you dirty, even if it's just a random stranger on the street that just, you know, horned at you with the car and, I don't know, shouted at you, just forgive the person afterwards. You're probably not going to see the person again. That person's behavior is going to affect your mood for the rest of the day. Do you want that to happen? No. So whenever I'm, for example, driving and there's like someone else who's driving really like weird, I just get so irritated. I try my best to not get irritated. I'm like, oh yeah, fine. And I just keep on driving. I don't be like, oh, why is he like that? Why did he drive like that? Why this? I don't get mad because I'm not gonna let other people's behavior affect my mood for the rest of the day, especially if this is during the morning, because the morning sets the tone for the rest of the day, and I'm not gonna let a random person on the street ruin my day. And when it comes to people you've known personally in your past, just forgive them. Forgive them. Don't forget what happened. You know, have to be smart. Of course, don't allow these type of people in your life again, because a lot of times, you know, toxic people, they keep on coming into your life until you start to actually learn your lesson. The same people are gonna re-show up in your life. But you know, just forgive them from the heart, because this is also gonna help you with forgetting their actual existence and moving on with your life. And your heart is just gonna feel more cleansed, if you know what I mean. And you know, healing your heart is a very important part of healing yourself. You can't just heal this, you also have to heal this, you know, also this, the heart. Just pumping all the blood in your body. Heal it. Remember this one thing: who you surround yourself with determines your future. That's true. I've personally seen this as well. When I was here, because you have to look at it like this: when you're down here, you're gonna attract people who are also down here. And you can't go up if they're not going up. If they're staying down here, they're gonna keep pulling you down again to their level. So in order for you to, you know, because you can't go up because they're gonna keep on taking you down, you gotta cut them off, because then you can go up. This really changes your life. Life gets so much easier, so much more blessed, so much good, you know, when you just move those people and just go up. Because the more you go up, the more new people are gonna align with you who are also here. So every time you wanna go up in life, sometimes, you know, people do follow you and also go up. You know, they also fix themselves, heal themselves. That's a good thing. I also know some people who are like that. But sometimes people don't want to change. They just love being ridiculous and toxic. They love it. They love it. So they're just gonna stay here. And it's fine. It's okay to just move on. Don't depend on them. Move on. Okay? Because trust me, when you go from this to this, these people are gonna go and new people are gonna come. Live your life more. Go out. See new places. Travel. Meet new people. Be grateful every single day. Live your life more. Why should you focus on bad stuff happening in your life all the time? You know, they're always gonna come bad stuff. Just handle them, you know, rationally, gracefully, and then at the same time live your life. Because you only got one life to live. Don't spend it away just being miserable. Because trust me, when you are gonna be on your deathbed, you're probably gonna regret a lot of stuff in your life if you don't evolve and if you don't actually live your life. Be grateful every single moment, because then you're just gonna wake up, look outside, and be like, I'm so grateful to be alive. I love this day. I love this. I love the weather, even if it's raining, even if there's a storm. I love it. Be grateful. Enjoy the world. Enjoy it. Look at the world. Travel. Meet new people, meet new places. You only got one life to live. Don't waste it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned.